Hi, I'm Lou, another episode of My Car Story. I'm here with Jeremy. Jeremy, what's your last name?
Yeah, it's Dimick.
And Jeremy, tell us we're in Flint, Michigan, but where are we at?
Sure, we're inside the Buick Gallery, which houses the car collection of the Sloan Museum.
And you're the curator.
Yeah. Yep.
So you get the chance to take care of all the cars, and one of the cars we're going to see is a one-off.
Right.
And tell me a little bit about the car. What year is it?
Yeah, it's a 1954 Buick Wildcat II.
So let me grab the camera as I usually do, and the word Wildcat, and taking a look at this car, you would be a Wildcat if you were driving this ride, because this is way over the top.
It's, a Wildcat II, but really nothing in common with the first Wildcat concept car from the year before, 1953. But this was the origin story of it, if you will, is all-American Corvette. They wanted to make a Corvette free of any European styling influences. So even though it's a concept car, it ends up having all of these kind of retro details on them. Like a biplane bumper. Of course, the open wheels, has the look of a 30s Speedster, the spoke tires, or spoke rims rather, those freestanding headlights. So it, ends up being a little more retro looking, even though it's, tomorrow's design, sort of.
Yeah, tomorrow's design. Let me just get that one little piece right in there as well. Buick. I didn't even notice that at first. Little Buick emblem in there. All right, let's take an overall look at the side of this car. Yeah, talk about it has a little bit of the Corvette tail to it, but a whole unique roadster front end look to it. Even the I like the little ventings and the wheel wells there to give it that feeling. Are these functional?
No, just decorative.
Decorative?
But the trademark Buick portholes, yeah. And the back end, when we get around to it, you can see it's completely cribbed off of a Corvette. From the seats back, it's almost all Corvette.
Okay, let's take a look at that as we move in accordingly. Oh yeah, this definitely says Corvette here. Jeremy, share with me some of the special, this car looks like the whole thing's a special feature.
Yeah, it really is. The novelty of it just being a two-seater is, was something new for Buick. They had, done this for years. It was one of their traditions. They'd offer all kinds of cars, two-seaters included, and then took a break for about 20 years. And then this was their first two-seater in a long time. But one of the, concept car-y things about this car is it's a remote-controlled radio. So all the controls are in the cockpit, but the radio itself is in the trunk. So you control
the radio's in the trunk.
Yeah, yep. It's completely hidden under the carpet and
Push
everything.
this for fuel, it says.
Yeah,
go ahead, show me that.
Dual fuel caps here. You can do it in either fin. Put
Didn't
the gas
see
in
that coming.
on either side, so no more turning around at the gas station. Either way you pull up, you're all set.
Wow. Either way you pull up, very cool.
It has push-button door handles and locks, so no actual handles on the side. Gets a nice premium look.
Say that again on the door handle.
Yeah, it's they're push.
I was sadly focused on making sure that was closed.
They're push-button door handles, and it's kind of tight through here.
Yeah.
But yeah, gives it a nice streamlined look with no handle. So you just push the lock in to pull the door out, and then when you're inside the car getting out, you actually push in on this Buick emblem, and that opens the door to get back out.
Let's just keep that as open as we can. We're not going to jump in it because it's a little tight right here, but we'll give you more than enough of the feel of the car from here. You can see the dashboard. And by the way, don't jump the fence like we jumped when you're here at the Sloan Museum. But even the Wildcat, is that the speaker?
Yes. Yep.
And do you drive these occasionally?
Occasionally, yeah.
We're not talking as the curator. You have a wife?
Sure, I do.
You take her out on a date and you just got to pull out one of these once in a while. We're just saying. We're not saying that happens, but
No, we fortunately, you know, the best thing preservation-wise for these cars is to keep them oiled, keep them lubricated, you know, keep everything moving and not seized up. So
Can we pop the hood?
absolutely, yeah, it's a bit of an operation,
All right.
so we need a couple hands to do it.
All right, I can be one of those hands.
Okay.
All right, we pop it that way.
So it lifts up.
Is it a clamshell?
It is a clamshell, but we
Okay.
have to watch clearance on the windshield.
Okay, got it. Let's go over here.
Nice and slow, and you kind of have to just
Joe,
make sure,
let me have you hold the camera. You keep filming.
just make sure it goes up evenly. It should be loose. Maybe not.
It's not on this side.
It's usually on this side.
Your side looks like it's opening. My side, I'm pulling the
Yeah.
whole car up.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the other way.
All right.
I was confused. The front end just very slowly come up.
Good.
Okay, free back there.
Wow.
Proper out of here.
That was worth the price of admission right there. Take a look at that. First of all, look at the headlights and the front end. And look at this. There's a little tag there with some details. And for those of you who love those little tags, so before I forget, let me let you take a look at these chrome wheels. They just look
Yeah, but it's
spectacular.
322 V8, Buick V8. It's the 4, of course, side draft carburetors on there.
That looks tremendous.
About 220 horsepower.
Even if it's not that fast, it looks awesome.
It looks fast. That's all.
It sure does. With the sideways carbs, and just you could see some of the venting for some of those holes that have little screens on them. And that was really, this right here, fans, is worth the price of admission. This is awesome. And the nice custom chrome. The AC filter there, as you can see. That's really cool. That's really cool. Well, Jeremy, do we dare shut it or just have you stand next to it?
I think maybe we'll leave it open.
Yeah. Let me jump the fence here. There we go. Stand right next to it. Jeremy, thanks so much for being on My Car Story.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.